Hey guys, Dan here. Border control. What are you saying? Let's get straight in with the main deck. This is the updated version. Switched up a lot from last time. This is more of a classic stun take. Pretty good. The only hand trap in the deck, 3-dimension shifter. Shuts down everything at the minute. Really hurts Drytron. VW can't play through it. It really hurts. Eldritch, any variant, Eldritch Zoo, anything like that. It's just fantastic and we can play it. Always maining this if I can. 3 Inspector border. Mr. Just Saying No. It's the entire point of the deck really. No effects unless they control Ritual Fusions, XE Synchro or Link. You have to decide if you're opening 2 monsters whether this is better or a Fossil Diner or something similar. But the fact that it's no effects and it's 2k, pretty good. A couple of 2-ofs, but we'll skip over them quickly. We'll go through the 3-ofs. 3 Fossil Diner, no special summons. All the best decks at the minute are special summoning. You obviously have protection for this guy. I think all the best decks ever are special summoning him. You can't not play 3 of them. I was playing 3 before with a barrier statue. Decided to drop the barrier statue. He's just better in every way, and then have more variety based on the meta. 3 of whom is absolutely mandatory. 2 copies of Banisher of the Radiance. This, in the next iteration, will be put to 3. I 100% want 3 copies of Banisher. It's just so good. Everything's so graveyard reliant. We're playing Dimension Shifter in the main for exactly that reason. We've got some other banished cards in here. And that will be at 3 in the next list. The last card's a new addition and one that I'm not sure about. It's a classic stun card. It's been around forever. It's very good because Drytron add to hand all the time. And this just stops that. I've yet to give it extensive testing against Drytron. But it's just good to have 2. 3 is too many, without a doubt. But I also don't want to up the Banisher and have too many monsters. So we've got to do a lot of testing with that. That rounds off the monster lineup. 10 main monsters plus 3-dimension shifter as hand traps. Next we go on to the bread and butter of the deck, the draw spells. 3 Pot of Extravagance. You don't need your extra deck. This is just Pot of Greed. There's nothing more to be said about that one. 2 copies of Pot of Duality. Would like to have played 3, but it conflicts with Thunder King Ryo, so it's not worth the risk. 2 copies of Pot of Desires and 1 copy of Card of Demise. So quickly on the Desires, it does conflict, but it's very good, and you need the draw power. You need to open at least one of these cards to really stand a chance. So you'd rather open more than one and have enough to survive the next turn. If you do conflict, that's just the way I see it. You need the draw power, has to have it. And this is just a blowout. If this card was at 3, it's just so unfair. We saw it all with Draco. 2 equip spells, 1 of the classic Mirror Shield. Give everything 100, put this on a Fossil Diner and sit on top of it. And this is the slightly spicier one. My favourite one actually. Power of the Guardians. So if an attack is declared involving the monster, place a token on Power of the Guardians. Crit monster gains 500 attack and defense, and if it would be destroyed by battle or card effect, remove any spell counter on the field. It does not have to be from this card, but in this deck, it will be from this card. And then this is a power 1-of, and it's one of my favourite cards in the deck. Scapegoat. I played it as a power 1-of in Trick Stars, which was quite common in back in the day, 2019, 2018. I play it as a 1-of in Guru as well. It's just a win button. If you flip this, along with any other monster, it's Borrow Sword for game, or very similar. It does conflict with Fossil Diner, and it does conflict with There Can Be Only One, which we'll see later on. But it's worth the confliction for a 1-of. You won't always see this while they are there. Some Floodgates and power cards. Dimension Fisher. We want Banisher as much as possible. This is Banisher for monsters from, well, sent to the graveyard from anywhere. It's not field. Not Shenshin. Another copy, Macrocosmos. This can get ashed, which is very sad. It's one of the most sad things when this gets ashed, but if they're ashing this, they must have already ashed a pot or something, because they'd be mad to save it. Banish everything. It's another copy of Banisher. That's why I want to increase Banisher, because it's just so good. 3 more floodgates, 3 there can be only 1. I wasn't playing this in the last iteration, I was going with the field spell base, but this is too good. It's just too good. All of your monsters are different types, although we're playing multiples. We've got rock, thunder, machine and fairy. So you can have one of every type of monster out on the field. And it's just too oppressive. Next, another power one-off, Imperial Order in the main. I'm unsure about this. It's very good. Very, very good, and it wins games on its own. And at the minute I'm thinking it wins more than it loses. But there's always a chance. Life points are quite valuable in stun, especially playing some Solemns, which you'll see in a minute. You can kill yourself just by getting very, very low with Order. You have to be careful of that. Well, Order doesn't kill yourself, of course, but it leaves you with a couple of 100 life points left, and it's easy to finish someone with there. So Solemns, we're playing 3 Solemn Judgment. Just say no, this is protection. We need this. You want to see this every single time, just to protect yourself on the back row. And then I'm playing 2 Strike, 2 Warning. I'm tinkering with the ratios of these. I tried 3 Strike. I tried no Warning. I really like 2 and 2. If you've got a Fossil Diner up and you want to stop their normal summon, Warning's just fantastic for that, to keep the pressure on them. Strike's good, but it's just dead in that situation. It's also dead when they're using, well, can't use a monster effect from border, but it can stop them specialing. I'm going to stay at 2-2 for now. We'll try with more. 2 copies of Storming Mirror Force. I don't like this card, but I love it. It's fantastic when you resolve it, but I also hate it. It's so situational, it can't respond, you can't chain it. It's staying in for now, because it's a necessary evil, but I want to try replacing it with something else. 2 Armory Call. Search and equip spell and add it to your hand, then you can equip it to an appropriate monster you control. So you can search the Moon Mirror Shield or the Power of the Guardians, equip them to anything, and jobs are good. What the best play to do is to save it, normal summon Fossil Diner, set Armory Call. When they go to battle phase and declare an attack, you chain Armory Call, equip Moon Mirror Shield to your Fossil Diner, and GG from there. The last 2 cards, another necessary evil. It's a classic stun card, Phantom Knight's Wing. It's been around forever. It offers 500 permanent attack boost, and if a card will be destroyed by battle or card effect this turn, it would not be destroyed. I don't like it, but it's still in here. This is a 43 card main deck, so this is the candidate to be cut straight away. I was unsure whether I wanted to play it in the first place, because I can't tell if it comes up enough to warrant it. She needs more testing. But the Scapegoat was the 43rd card, so that's not going anywhere. It will be these. Let's go on to the side deck. Played remote duels this weekend. I built this deck to beat Drytron and Virtual World. Didn't see any of them, of course, so we'll run through it. The monsters, Pancratops, needs no explanation. If it's at 3-3 are going in, without a doubt. The 2 more 2-offs, 1 Banisher, 1 Ryo, depending on the matchup. Often siding this in. This comes in against Dinos. This is good against Dinos, but Banisher is just so much better. Spells, 3 Dark Ruler. We're not trying to OTK or combo, but all we want to do is set all our cards without interruption. So side this in, go in second, activate your Dark Ruler, play all of your cards with no interruption from the monsters on the field, and then play turn 3 like it's your turn 1, well, they're turn 2. 3 evenly matched, go in second. It's just a blowout, it needs no explanation. If anything, it's just a negate bait if you don't see Dark Ruler. Go in second, it's 3 evenly, 3 Dark Ruler Pancratops for almost every match. This is the spicy one. 3 Mind Drain. It's been seen before, seen when Dangers were popular. It's just fantastic. Drytron's activating hand, Virtual World's activating hand. I didn't want to main it because it sucks against other decks. And it was the right call because I saw no Drytron or Virtual World this weekend. But it is really, really good. The last card is a little different as well. It's 3 Typhoon. I was tossing up playing Cyclone or Dusters or Trap Trick and all the 2-off traps. But I tried to think what the problems were for me. And the problem is Chuche is really a problem. Chuche can just pop any of my monsters. And that's really what I don't need. So Typhoon's a direct out to that. If they got more than one trap, or spell or trap, you can activate it from hand. So proactive, destroy the Chuche. If not, you're setting it because you're going first. Finally, we'll go on to the extra deck. This is scapegoat targets. I was thinking about playing Reaper, and that might come in a future deck. But at the minute, it's just for scapegoat. It has been shuffled because of Extrav. So we'll try and sort it out very quickly. We've got the Link ones, 2 Link Karibo, 2 Link Spider. These are for scapegoat climbs, and you're playing Extrav, so you want multiples. You're always wanting this, but this is here. It's a necessary card to play. Link 2s, we got Nightmares, Lamfo, Security Dragon. So you do face problem cards. At the weekend I was playing Goki. The guy had 2 guts in face-up defense, and I could not out them until I eventually went through my links. So Lamfo is just generic link. It's a different type, a different attribute if it ever comes up. It's the same as Security Dragon, but Security Dragon has different arrows and an effect. Bounce a card if it's co-linked. IP, used for making the big ones, protecting them. You never use its second effect to link summon during your opponent's turn. Nightmares, Phoenix and Cerberus are self-explanatory. You're just climbing through them, discarding, drawing, popping stuff. And we play 2 Unicorn. It's very, very good. And you use it to make access code. This came up against the guts. So Unicorn, banished 1 of Extrav, which was a silly, risky Extrav. Unicorn the second one, that first one, and then the Link 4s. We used access code to finish them off. So last Link 3 is Ningetsu. This is just an out to Dragoon if it ever comes up. There's plenty of other outs. It's just another nice clean out. And the power Link 4s, this is what you're working towards. Exit code talker can clear boards and finish games. Borrow sword, smash through monsters, finish them off. And lastly Avromax. Make this with IP and it's incredibly hard to out. Can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. If it battles special summon monster, during damage calculation, it gains attack equal to the opponent's monster's attack. It's fantastic. So that's it, wrapping it up. We won Remote Duel Locals this weekend with it. It's a fantastic deck. We will change things. The wing may come out. The Storming Mirror Force I'm unsure about. I'd like to include Trap Trick, but it just does not have the space right now, especially unless we cut Solemns. Typhoon's staying in. Really like that. It's a really nice addition. Not seeing any play at the minute. Any comments, guys? Let me know down below. See what you think. Signing out.